Hello and welcome once again for the case study discussion. Today we'll take case study number 11. We have already recorded case study up to case study number 10 and I hope already you have listened all the case study. Can we start case study number 11? Yes sir. Now what is given? LT Limited is a multinational company engaged in manufacture of chemical. JK Limited is a wholly owned subsidiary of LT Limited. So JK is a subsidiary of LT. Is a public utility engaged in the distribution of electricity within a certain geographical area to the general public. Okay sir. LT Limited has a manufacturing plant within the same geographical area and therefore purchase electricity from JK Limited. So LT purchase electricity from JK Limited. The rates of traffic are fixed by the regulatory authority for generation and distribution of electricity. Okay. Yes sir. Correct. What is given next? LT Limited acquires 60% of equity shares of KR on 1st April 2001. So they have obtained control over KR and the date of acquisition is 1st April 2001. When KR retained earning were 4 lakh. So the retained earning on the date of acquisition was 4 lakh. During the year ended 31st March 2002, KR purchased goods from LT for rupees 2 lakh. It means KR purchased goods means it is a downstream transaction. So LT has sold to KR. At 31st March 2002, half of these goods were still in the inventory of KR Limited. LT Limited apprised a markup of 25% on cost to all the sales. So of course it is a question of calculation of unrealized profit because it is a downstream transaction. So in the stock of KR Limited there will be profit of what? LT Limited, correct? So what will be profit? So you can see 2 lakh is the total stock. Out of that 50% is the unsold stock and the profit margin they have given 25% on cost. So 25% on cost means 20 by 125 on sales. So we'll do 25 by 125. How much? It is become 1 lakh into 25 divided by 125 means 20,000. 20,000 is the answer. Okay sir? Yes sir. And because this is a downstream transaction, this entire unrealized profit will be eliminated from retained earning. From retained earning of which company? Of LT Limited. Okay sir. At 31st March 2022, the retained earning of LT Limited and KR Limited were 7,50,000 and 5,40,000 respectively. So they have given closing balance of retained earning. Correct? Yes sir. Let's see what the question they have asked. LT Limited customer has filed a legal claim for damages to the extent of 15 lakh. There is an 80% probability that decision will not be in favor of LT Limited and it will have to pay for the damages claim. However, there is a 10% chance that LT Limited will win the case and 10% probability that out of court settlement is reached. So 10% probability that the settlement can be done out of court also. In both these scenarios, no cost is expected to be incurred. So there is no cost to be incurred. Of course, can I say 80% chances that they will not win the case. Therefore, of course, the provision should be created. Let's see what the question they have asked. LT Limited is planning to dispose of a collection of asset costing rupees 2.5 crore. LT Limited designate this asset as a disposal group. So of course this will be disposal group which has been classified as held for sale as per Ind AS 105. The carrying amount of this asset immediately before the classification as held for sale was 2 crore. The carrying amount of disposal group has been given. Upon being classified as held for sale, the asset were revalued to 1.8 crore. So revalue means fair value has been given. Estimate indicate that it would cost rupees 10 lakh to sell this asset. So this become cost to sale. So what is the fair value less cost to sale? It is 1.7 crore. And the carrying amount is what? 2 crore. So we'll measure at 2 crore or 1.7 crore, whichever is lower. So of course the measurement will be done at 1.7 crore as per Ind AS 105. Yes sir. On 1st Jan 2022, LT Limited acquires 60% stake in DR Limited. Once again, they obtain control in DR Limited. The cash consideration was 10 lakh payable immediately and 12.1 lakh payable after 2 years. So this is deferred consideration should be measured at what? Present value. The fair value of net asset of DR Limited at acquisition date is 30 lakh. The LT Limited calculate its cost of capital to be 10%. This is a discounting factor. NCI is measured at proportionate of identifiable net asset. Of course, they may ask you to calculate goodwill. So what is the PC? PC is equal to how much? PC will be equal to how much? So PC will be equal to 10 lakh cash payment, 10 lakh cash payment plus 12.1. What will be the present value factor? So of course, we need to find out a present value factor at the rate of 10% for 2 years. So this will be 1.10 divide equal to that is 826 multiplied by 12.1 is equal to what? 10 lakh. It will be 10 lakh only. So total PC is equal to 20 lakh. Yes, sir. Then NCI is 40% to 40% of INA. They have given proportionate share in INA method to 40% of 30. So 30 into 40% how much? It is 1.2. Correct? Yes, sir. Sorry. So 30 into 40%. It is how much coming? 12. So 12 it is coming. So 30 and 12. So total become how much? 42. Okay. And the NCI is what? And INA is what? 30. So this become 12. 12 lakh will be the amount of goodwill. Amount of goodwill will be 12 lakh. Simple. Got this point? Yes, sir. Can we proceed? Let's see what the question they have asked. Considering the transaction with KR Limited, what will be the adjusted retained earning in LT Limited consolidated financial position as the 31st March 2002? So they have asked the closing balance of retained earning in consolidated financial statement. What was the retained earning of parent company given? 7,50,000. 7,50,000. Closing balance. From this we will deduct URP, annualized profit. Annualized profit we calculate 20,000, that we deducted. 20,000 deducted. Understood. And can you see we will also add post acquisition profit, share in post acquisition profit. So what was the opening balance retained earning? It was 4 lakh. What was the closing balance? 5,40,000. So post acquisition profit is 1,40,000. We'll take 1,40,000 into what? Into 60%. Into 60%. 60%. Yes. Correct. So 1,40,000 into 60%. How much? It is 84,000. So 84,000 will be added. What is the total amount? It is 7,50,000 minus 20,000 plus 84,000. So what is the correct option? 8,14,000. 8,14,000 is correct. Got this point? Yes, sir. Come to next point. With respect to legal claim for damages filed by his customer, what provisions should LT Limited recognize in books of account? Of course, the provisions should be equal to 15 lakh. They have given the amount what? 15 lakh. The provisions should be created for 15 lakh. Correct now. Now, they have not given. They have given the probability, but they have not given the amount in that case. So of course, we'll create provision for the 50 lakh only. Understood? The provision will be A. What? 50 lakh will be the amount of provision. Very simple, miss. The question cannot be easier than this. Which one of the following is not a related party of LT Limited? This we need to understand. Related party question they have given. AR, where Mrs. R, wife of Mr. R, has significant influence and Mr. R has joint control over LT Limited. So what they are saying? R have joint control over LT Limited and our wife Mrs. R has significant influence over AR Limited. So of course, can I say LT Limited and AK Limited will be related party, because can I say AK Limited is actually has significant influence by a party which is nothing but identified as a related party of LT Limited. So LT Limited and Mrs. R will be related party as per para 9A, as per para 9A1, and Mrs. R has significant influence over AK Limited. So of course LT and AK will be related party. Then what they are saying? XY, whose director Mr. Y. So Mr. Y is the director of XY Limited, have a significant influence over XY Limited. So is a director XY whose director Mr. Y having a significant influence over XY Limited. तो has a significant influence, is also a director of LT Limited, is also a director of LT Limited, correct. So he's a director. So this is not a related party, because can I say if they have a significant influence and director, so that does not create any relationship. So in this case, LT Limited and XY will not be related party. I hope you remember the provision of Ind AS 24, correct now. So Mr. Y is the having a significant influence over XY, and Mr. Y is a director LT Limited. If Mr. Y would have been controlling or has a joint control over LT Limited, then they could have been what? A related party. So this will not give rise to any related party relationship. So this B will be the correct option. Correct, because they have asked which one is not a related party. Let's see other. A Limited is a subsidiary of LT Limited. Of course, a related party. Son of managing director of LT Limited. Of course, a related party. Correct now. So any close family member of key management personnel will be also related party. So only option number B is what? Not related. So option number B will be the correct option. Let's see next point. What would be the carrying amount of disposal group in the entity's account after its classification as held for sale? So carrying amount of fair value less cost to sale, whichever is lower. So fair value less cost to sale, we have already calculated. It was how much? 1.7 crore. The answer is 1.7 crore. Option number C is correct. Calculate the amount of goodwill or gain on bargain purchase by DR Limited arising upon acquisition of DR Limited. Correct now. So I think what we have done, 60%. The cash consideration is 10 lakh. So acha, this was 20. My mistake, 20. Okay. So let us please calculate karo. PC is what? PC is equal to 20 lakh. I think this was not correctly calculated. And they have given NCI. NCI how much given? They have given 40% NCI. So 30 into 40% how much? That is 12. So it becomes 32. And INA is what? 30. So of course 2 lakh is the goodwill. This was wrongly calculated, my mistake. I have written 10 plus 10 as 30. I was thinking about someone at that point of time. So my mistake. Okay, the goodwill is 2 lakh. So option number D is correct. Let's see all the answer. So for point number 1, option number C is correct. For point number 2, option number A is correct. For point number 3, option number B is correct. For point number 4, 1.7 crore. Point number 5, goodwill of 2 lakh. So all the option has been done. Very simple MCQ. I hope you have understood. Let's meet again in another case study. Till then, bye bye. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.